Hello, welcome back to my space. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. If you are in OG, I see you. We are back with another DIY. You can clearly tell from this screen it's a DIY because there's a lot going on there. So we're going to use this spray paint. I chose gold because I'm obsessed with gold. So I chose bright gold. And we're also going to use this glass jar to make a DIY. And this uh, glass hand stand. We're also going to use a cutter to cut our spoons because we're going to use these plastic spoons again and a glue gun. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So yeah, we're going to cut these handles off out because I don't need the handles. So actually this is the part where you have to start by being very careful with that cutter because it's super sharp. So I was really scared. And you know what, these spoons are easy to cut. You can use your hand too. You can just break them pamoja with your hands, but for me I decided to use this cutter because why not. So I don't need the tips, I don't need the handles, I just need the tips, the spoon tips, and there you go. I did this behind the camera, so I have some behind the camera, and now it's time to attach them. We're going to attach these to this aka jar to make a very beautiful DIY. As you can already tell from the title, you see me, don't do this by the way for anything. You see, I tried testing the hotness of the glue gun with my fingers and you're going to burn. Just use something else to test. And as you know, glue gun dries very quick. So at this point I realized it wasn't hot. I had to give it time. Don't try using your hands. I repeat, be gentle and very careful with the glue gun. Yeah. So once your glue gun, how to tell the glue gun is hot? It starts the nozzle will start giving out glue will start coming out from the nozzle. Yeah. So once you have realized, once you're satisfied that it's hot, we're going to attach the spoons. As I was attaching, I realized it is easier to attach from the spoon. You just tip the end of the spoon and then attach to the glass. That way it will hold exactly the place where you want, because if you put it on the glass and then you put your spoon, you might end up finding that you missed the spot. Yeah. So we're going to do this all around this jar because why not? We just need a cute candle holder. As you can tell from the title, it's already a candle holder, but that will not limit you. Yeah, this one can be used on itself as a decor in your house. It doesn't have to be a candle holder for you or whatever. Yeah, so you just have to attach and make this cute decor piece in your house. Use different colors if you want. Use different sizes of spoons if you want. For me, I had same size spoons at this point, so I just had to attach them all around. I was very keen on the level of the spoon. Don't let it come too close to the opening of that jar. As you can see me trying to do is making sure that it doesn't cover the opening, because if you're going to use this as a candle holder, you're going to put your candle inside, so you need space to place your candle. So when you're attaching your spoon, make sure that they're not at the edge, too much at the edge. Yeah. So we're going to attach pole pole. As you can see, this project is going to make a very cute candle holder. And as you attach this, I don't know, this is just line one, but as you attach this, you can tell it's giving what is it called, a petal vibe. Yeah. So you're touching and the spoons are opening as petals. You see the way a rose opens. Yeah, like the way the petals of the roses open. Yeah, this is what you're going to get from this DIY, because these spoons are going to act like a petal, and they, you know, like you're going to get sweet petals. Yeah. So as you attach the second line, you just have to go in between. You see where the two spoons are what is it called, the two spoons have touched. You see what I'm doing? Just in the middle where they touched, there's like a space there. That's where I'm attaching the second line. Yeah, so on top of the other, not just on top of like the other spoon or spoon, but where the two of them meets, that's where I'm going to place my second. This one was messing with my brain because the glue was already hot, but they kept on excuse me, they kept on falling. I don't know why. So I realized the best thing is, once you have attached, you hold it down for a few minutes or a few seconds. Just hold it down for a few seconds. Don't be in a rush, so that the glue can dry as you hold it. Am I making sense? Yeah, to avoid falling, just hold it. Once you've done it, just hold it like I'm doing here, like that. Just hold it for some time and then let it dry before you go to the next spoon. Yeah, so guys, these petals were turning out so cute, and as you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger with every single line you're adding. Yeah, every line you're adding, it gets bigger. And the secret to do this is add make sure the spoon comes in between the first line, in between the second line. So if you're going to do that line, it's going to be in between the spoons, the second line in between. Yeah, as in, I hope you understand and you can see from what I'm doing here. Yeah, so we're going to attach them all around. Then I realized as they were getting bigger, as the petal was getting bigger and spoons getting more on this jar, you really need to be careful on how you cut them. So because when the jar starts getting bigger, or the candle holder starts getting, you realize that cutting the spoon from the tip kabisa will not handle the glue at all, will not handle the glue that much. So when I realized this, I had to cut some other spoons. Not that I didn't use these ones, I used these ones, but at least I needed some tail. Yeah, so I needed a little tail from as you can see from this spoon. Yeah, this one, there's a little tail. The tail is kidogo longer than compared to the way I was cutting them at first. I did cut them at first. Yeah, so at this point, as I've said, for them to hold, you have to just attach, shikilia, put them together and then shikilia. Put them together, shikilia. So you see, I had my tails, those two tails, I had to cut spoons a little bit further from exactly where the handle is. So there's like a little handle left, as you can see from these spoons. So my spoons were done. At this point, the spoons I had were done, and these ones were from a very previous DIY I did. If you are an OG in this channel, you already know my spoon DIYs, and you can go back and watch these spoon DIYs, because why not? So as I was attaching these petals, now that it has become bigger, I realized that it was falling, like the petals were looking like they were falling. So what I did, using the magical brain that I have, I decided to attach one side. You see, I've attached the glue at the middle, and then one side of the spoon is attached to the other spoon. Am I making sense? At this point, can you see what I'm doing? Can you? I'm attaching it there at the tip, at the handle, with a very kalonga handle like that, attaching it to that. And then one side, making a specific one side, I add glue to one side of it and then attach. That is the secret of how it's going to hold the entire thing, because it was getting bulky, and also the spoons were too many. They were getting, the petal was getting bigger. So that was a way of attaching. And be keen on this. I said one side. You see that it looks good. I said one side because if you do both sides, your spoon will not open up. They'll just attach to each other, attach to each other, attach to each other. So your petal will not open. That's why I'm doing a one side attachment. Yeah, am I making sense? I hope I am. So yeah, we're going to do this until the end of this point, like the edge where you have the bottom parts of your jar. Also, you can decide to add a little decoration at the end. So maybe you can use ropes, or you can use the ufuniko, the jar, to hold it back there, you get me, so that you don't have those raw edges at the end. Once you've done with this DIY, you can use ropes, you can use a different color at the bottom. As I said, you're not limited to just what I'm doing here. You're not limited, you can go outside the box. But for me, I decided to attach this, and all around, you see, I'm trying to make to make a leveled base by adding spoons until I feel like now they're on the same level, yeah, as you can see me doing here. And guys, this turned out so cute. I loved how these petals looked. You see, like it made this jar look so big, and I can tell you this jar was super small, but you're not limited to that. You can use a bigger jar as much as you want. You can use a jar of your own kind. You can use a cup, actually. You can use also a cup depending with what you're going for. But as I said, you can use this as a candle holder. For me, I really wanted to be a candle holder, but after spraying, because after this they're going to spray paint, so in my mind I was like, after spraying, it gave me another different idea to the whole thing. I got a different idea to the whole thing. So at this point, you can see we're done. Look at the petal, look at them. So I was thinking of adding this cappies, this stand. I really wanted to add it, but then when I tried it, I was like, it doesn't look so cute. Yeah, I wanted to use that to hold it, to attach like that. It looks good, but I didn't like it, so I had not to use it. But you can go on, if you have something else you can use. If you have a very good wood, you can use. If you have those smooth stones in your house, you can attach and place it. Anything for the base, if you want to have a base that looks cute, yeah, or something, just to add something. But for me, I felt like it was enough, so I went in with my gold spray paint. One thing, never do spray paint without removing those traces of glue gun, because I was in a rush, and I really did this spray painting without removing those. So as you can clearly see them on this glue, you can clearly see them once you've sprayed. You can clearly see those tiny things. And as I've always told you on different videos, removing them after you've spray painted doesn't give a nice look. It shows like, because it pulls the paint away. Yeah, so always remove these ones before spray painting. So when I saw there were so many, I was like, I'm not going to do that. So I had to remove them before I do another coat. And guys, at this point, this DIY was done. This candle holder was done. As I told you, for me, when I was doing this, I realized that, I'm not going to use it as a candle holder. I'll put it in a shelf and use it as a decor. But also, at times, I can use lights. I'll just put lights, those just fairy tale lights, yeah? I'm going to use those lights inside these. I'm going to do different colors of lights and let them glow with that golden shade, because you can imagine the jar is already is a glass jar, and once you put, it's going to show the light, yeah? So I'm going to use this as a light holder, but also you can use it as candle holder anytime, any day. So this one, I was like, no to it. I just love how it turned out at this point. I just loved how this one was, and I was super happy with the DIY. And there you go, guys. There you go. Try this and let me know in the comment section, do you love this? I hope you do. Because I loved how it turned out. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Kindly like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and if you've come this far, and I really appreciate. So guys, thank you so much. We're done with this DIY. Look how cute it is. Just look at that. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye bye. I hope you love this. Like, it turned out so cute, so pretty. Anyway, thank you so much. Till next time, bye bye.